Hey crazy wrestling fans, welcome to my WWE Payback 2016 preview. This year's Payback is Sunday, May 1st, live on the WWE Network. It's emanating from the All-State Arena in Chicago. Chicago is a very big wrestling town. They're a very raucous crowd. The Kickoff Show starts at 7 p.m. We have one match on the Kickoff Show. We have the United States Championship match as Kalisto defends his United States title against Ryback. You have no idea how much I want Ryback to win the U.S. title. I really think that this is like one of his last chances. If not, he is going to be totally buried. I really believe that. I wouldn't just say that if I didn't believe it, because I really like Ryback. I don't have anything against the guy. I think he was a great worker in the ring. I don't know what it is. They just didn't give him the chance to have big matches. He had a few. He did have a few. I don't know what it was. I don't know if they didn't think that he was marketable enough, or if they thought he was just trying to act like Goldberg. I don't know what it was, but they just didn't give him the proper shot that I felt that he really could have run with. At one time, Ryback was a really big star. He was hot. He was hot. He had people behind him. They were into Ryback. That Feed Me More, and they were just all about it. I really hope that Ryback walks out of Payback with the United States title. We have Enzo and Cass taking on the Vaudevillains. The winner of this match will be the #1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championships. This match is going to be awesome, man. This is a really big opportunity for these guys, win or lose, to show what they could do in the ring. This is their first big pay-per-view match. Both these teams have recently been added to the main roster. This is their time to shine. This is their time to show what they can do. Regardless of who wins or loses, obviously it matters who wins or loses, but it's still a chance for them to display their talents. I don't see the Vaudevillains picking up this victory. I see Enzo and Cass picking up this victory. Obviously I want Enzo and Cass to win, but they might not. This match is hard to say. I'm just going to have to watch it and check it out, just like everybody else. We have Dolph Ziggler taking on Baron Corbin. Ziggler faced Corbin on Corbin's debut on Raw, which was the night after WrestleMania. They probably should have just held off and had these guys fight now. Typical WWE logic, they just like to constantly throw matches together 5 or 6 times just because, you know, that's the running match of the month, I guess. As much as it really is going to hurt Ziggler, I don't see him winning this match. I see Corbin destroying him. I hate to say it, but Ziggler may almost be damaged goods at this point. He may just be like the best jobber that you have ever had in WWE, but he's still a jobber. I remember a match that he had on Raw with Daniel Bryan. It's one of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen. They have all this talent, and they just don't utilize it to the fullest of their capabilities. There's nothing wrong with having 5 or 6 really big contenders for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Even if he's like the best mid-carder, give him a spot. Give him something to work with. Don't just have him constantly jobbing and then just try to give him a push and just like don't feel like pushing him anymore. No, that's not how it works, man. They understand that Ziggler is a victim of crappy booking. It's still a matter of seeing what you see. If you constantly see this guy jobbing to like anybody and then just getting a championship, like, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Unfortunately, I do see Corbin picking up this victory. We have Dean Ambrose taking on Chris Jericho. This match will probably steal the show. As far as straight wrestling, this match is probably going to steal the show. I did say that in another Chris Jericho pay-per-view match when he took on AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Chris Jericho is a really good WWE superstar. Jericho's basically been saying that he's better than Dean Ambrose. That Dean Ambrose is beneath him. Ambrose is like, you know, fuck you. That's the thing with Ambrose. Like, he's another guy that's like no nonsense. He doesn't care if he's a good guy or if he's a bad guy. He just does it in a different way. He is so random. I can maybe see Ambrose picking up this victory. I'll put it to you like this. It may be like a 40-60 chance that Ambrose will win. 40 on the side of Ambrose winning, 60 on the side of Chris Jericho winning and Ambrose losing. Anybody that's a remote follower of Dean Ambrose knows that he needs this victory. I don't know if he's going to come out victorious, because Chris Jericho really is a great pro wrestler. Ambrose does put on good matches, but he just cannot win the big one. It's going to be an interesting match to see. I'm telling you, this match is going to steal the show. I can almost guarantee you, even over Styles and Reigns, I think this is going to steal the show. We have the Intercontinental Championship match as The Miz defends his Intercontinental Championship against Cesaro. These guys have been having some interesting promos leading up to this championship match. The way they've been hyping up Miz and the way that Maurice just came back recently, I don't know if Cesaro's going to win this match. He may win this match. They just brought back Cesaro also. The crowd is still strongly behind Cesaro. It's tough to say. This is also going to be a really good match as far as straight wrestling. I would like to see Cesaro win this match. However, I don't think he's going to win it. I just have this gut feeling that Miz is going to squirm out of Payback, still the IC champion. It's just what I think. We have Sami Zayn taking on Kevin Owens. Honestly, Kevin Owens seems like he has a problem with everybody. He has a problem with Shane McMahon. He has a real big problem with Sami Zayn. I think this is going to be a really good match. I don't know if it's going to necessarily steal the show, but it is still going to be a good match. Surprisingly, I see Owens picking up this victory. But having these two up-and-comers go at each other, there's really no room for anybody to be buried, so it's going to be a really interesting match to see. If Owens picks up the victory at Payback, this will give you another 2 or 3 matches out of this feud. These guys could feud all the way into SummerSlam, and it would be great. I think with these two, though, you'd have to have some kind of different match. Like maybe at SummerSlam, you have like a ladder match, some other stipulation. 2 out of 3 falls, I think those two will do a great 2 out of 3 falls match. I see Owens defeating Zayn at Payback. We have the WWE Women's Championship match as Charlotte defends her title against Natalya. Just like Charlotte always has her father, Ric Flair, in her corner. Natalya will now have her uncle, Bret the Hitman Hart, in her corner for this championship match. Charlotte's bogus title reign. Charlotte basically treats her father like an insurance policy to make sure she remains the WWE Women's Champion. You know, it's a shame too, because I really think that Charlotte could do it on her own. I don't think that she need to go down that road. I don't think she had to try to be like her father, because her father is the dirtiest player in the game, and now she's trying to be the dirtiest woman in the game, apparently. Who knows? Maybe she can do it on her own. We have no idea. I guess we'll never know, right? With the Hitman there to prevent any type of interference from Ric Flair, we could very well see a new women's champion crowned. We have Mr. McMahon announcing who will be in control of Monday Night Raw. This decision will be made at WWE Payback this Sunday. This will not take place the night after on Raw. It will take place at the Payback event. He will be at the pay-per-view and he will decide then. Honestly, I still think they could have just did it the night after on Raw, but it's really not that big of a deal. I think Vince McMahon is going to put his son Shane in charge of Monday Night Raw permanently. I think that's going to be his decision. Shane lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Vince McMahon put him in charge. I think he really did it because he admired his guts. He said the night after on Raw, he said, "You should be in a hospital bed." He knows that he put it all on the line. One thing I don't like about this whole storyline is how they didn't even mention anything about The Undertaker. When the crowd chanted "No Chance in Hell" the night after WrestleMania on Raw, Vince said that was a chance that my son Shane had against The Undertaker. That's the only time The Undertaker was ever mentioned through this entire thing ever since Shane has been running Raw. For 4 straight weeks after he already lost to The Undertaker. Wrestling is a type of entertainment where you constantly have to have new things thrown at you. This is not a new idea, but currently this is a new thing to happen. To have Shane McMahon run Monday Night Raw. The Authority has been on TV for so long. They've been on TV for almost 3 years. I really honestly think they need a break. I think that's what Vince is going to do. I think Vince is going to do it begrudgingly and unwillingly, but I still think he's going to do it. Still think he's going to put Shane McMahon in charge of Monday Night Raw permanently. Because deep down, I know, as cold-hearted as Vince really is, I still think he does have some kind of admiration for Shane McMahon for doing what he did. Because he probably didn't even think that Shane was going to go through with the match to begin with. But he went through with the match and he put it all on the line. Let me tell you. I think Vince McMahon will make Shane McMahon the permanent GM of Monday Night Raw. So that's my prediction about that. It's just what I think, man. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens. We have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match as Roman Reigns defends his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against AJ Styles. Now, this match, I really think they should have focused it on straight wrestling. I don't like how Anderson and Gallows are a part of this. Now the Usos are thrown into it. The Usos are just there just to help out Reigns if he needs help. It seems like Anderson and Gallows are trying to ensure that Styles walks out of WWE Payback with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship by any means necessary. Who the hell wants to see interference in a world title match? It's this whole thing now. You got Reigns saying that he doesn't care if Anderson and Gallows are going to try to help Styles win the championship. You got the Usos saying that they have Reigns back. Reigns saying he doesn't need the help. The Usos saying they have his back anyway. The funniest thing about this whole thing is that Anderson and Gallows are telling Styles now, they're saying that the Usos are going to try to help Reigns retain his title. It's kind of an interesting dynamic there. Everybody thinks that everybody else is backstabbers. Just kind of get a kick out of that. Kind of. I do think it is going to be a great match. I see these guys going at least 20-something minutes. I don't see Styles picking up this victory. Not yet. I don't think it's too soon for him to be in the match. Not at all. But I don't think that he should win the title this soon. If you're trying to build up Reigns, this is not the time to have Styles get the title. I look forward to this match. I really wish that they would have kept it to a traditional way of building up a title match, as opposed to having Anderson and Gallows as this ominous threat to Reigns. I don't really like that. But if they're going to do that, to try to put Reigns over and have them interfere in the match anyway, even if the Usos are not successful in helping Reigns and Reigns still comes out on top, that could be a clever way to try to put over Reigns, which that may be what they're trying to do. I see Roman Reigns walking out of Payback still WWE World Heavyweight Champion. As far as this pay-per-view goes, I really think it's a great card. For a B pay-per-view, this is a really great card. Aside from actually having an announcement, this is still a really good card. You have 3 or 4 big matches in this one. I'm looking forward to every single match at Payback. Honestly. We shall see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a great pay-per-view. I hope everybody enjoys it live on the WWE Network. Leave comments down below of your predictions of these matches. Leave comments down below the match that you're looking forward to the most. Leave comments down below if you agree with me and you think that Vince McMahon will make Shane the permanent GM of Monday Night Raw. Leave comments down below if you think Roman Reigns will retain his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I'm going to get the fuck out of here, and I will see you when I see you.